Hello there, friends. Welcome back to Max's Cards and Dice Dugout. This is episode 177. As you can see from the playing cards here and from the video description, we are at Lake Placid, New York for number two of the 1980 Winter Olympics Ice Hockey Project. We're using Blue Zone Hockey from Lamborn/Alzat Games. We played game one already, which saw Team Czechoslovakia defeat Norway 5-0, and this is game number two. We're still in the first day of the tournament, which is actually the day before the opening ceremonies, February 12th, 1980. This game number two, is at the Olympic Fieldhouse, and it has Team Holland. Now, I know that's Netherlands, but up until 1988, I believe, their Olympic and international teams were still referred to as Holland. If you watch any YouTube videos from this 1980 tournament, you can clearly see that their sweaters say Holland on them, not Netherlands. And they'll be hosting Canada. So, of course, this being, all of these games being on neutral ice, per se, Team Holland as the home team will get the last change, so they get one extra match card in the pack. For brevity's sake, I've already selected the goalies for the game. Ted Lenson for Holland and Bob Dupuis for Canada. I have my dice trigger chart, my half chance and full chance cards here. The team cards are up here off camera, and I'll give the deck one last shuffle and we'll get underway. And here we go. And right off the bat, we get a full chance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that full chance is going to Team Canada. So we'll roll the two dice. Because of the number of match cards, all half and full chance rolls get a +2. We roll a 6. That's an 8. And goalie is beaten down low for a goal, so Team Canada scores early. And scoring that goal is Ken Berry. So the first period, it's Berry. And no, not the Ken Berry from Mayberry RFD. And let's see, one assist, and that assist goes to Joe Grant. So Barry from Grant, and that was at, got to refer to timing chart. One card, 48, that's 0-48, so early in the first period, at 0-48, and it's Canada 1-0. All right, so we continue on. That's nothing, but we do put one card. We use these cards for timing, as well as determining who gets the half or full chances. Another card. So we're about a quarter of the way through the period, and another. And another, but we go one to the bottom, and another card. So we're just about halfway through the first period, and we're going to get another full chance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that chance goes to Team Canada again. And we roll an 8, +2 is a 10. And for a full chance here, slap shot deflected in, and it's another goal for Team Canada. 2 assists on this one. All right, let's see who scored this one. So halfway through the first period, Canada's going up 2-0. I believe they won this game in real life 10-1. And that's a 787. And scoring that goal for Canada is Stelios Zapanchik. And please excuse my pronunciation. First assist goes to John Devaney. And the second assist Dan Alves. And the time of that goal, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 33, 8:53. So Canada with the early 2-0 lead. All right, so we are halfway through the first period, and we continue on. And it's going to be a half chance. And the half chance is going to Team Canada again. It's a 7 + 2 for a 9. And a 9. Deflection, saved by the goalie. So Lenson makes a stop there, and we continue on. And another full chance. And this time it is Netherlands. An 8 + 2 is a 10. Low wrist shot into the corner, and that is a goal for Team Holland. And it's now 2-1. And scoring that goal for Holland, Larry Van Wieren. 1. It's Canada, Holland. Van Wieren. And I failed to check for this assist. 1 assist. And that assist will go to Jack De Heer. So it's D here. And the time of the goal. We have 8 match cards plus 42. 12:22. So Van Wieren from De Heer at 12:22 in the first period makes it Canada 2 and Holland 1. And we'll continue on. And that is nothing. 1, 2, 3. Back to the bottom. Continue on. And we got another half chance. And this one is for Team Holland again. And roll a 4 + 2 gives us a 6. And so slap shot flies over the net. Dupuis watches that one go past him. And we continue on. We're winding down the first period. Canada leads 2-1. And nothing there. And we got another half chance. And this one is going to Team Canada. All right, +2 on this. 6 + 2 is 8. And on this half chance, attacker gets in the side, defender snapshot. I think they mean slap shot. And we got our first look at the rebound chart. And we look at rebound chart 1. We roll a 6, scramble in the crease, and it goes to rebound 2. And a 12, scrambled away by defensemen. So, good defense by Team Holland. And we're down to the last match card here in the first period. So, things are winding down. One more roll of the die. And it is a penalty. It's going to be a penalty to Team Holland. So, we'll go 1, 2, 3. This is going to be to end the first period. And so what happens is Canada gets an extra +1 for the very first match card of the second period. So at the end of the first period, it's Canada 2, Holland 1. And we'll continue on the second period with Canada on a power play. All right, so we start off the second period, Canada getting a +1 for this next match card, and we have a half chance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and it's going to go to Team Canada. So they get a +3. This would be a power play goal if they score here. They get the +2 for the game, plus an extra +1 for the power play. And it is a half chance, so that's a 4. That gives us a 7. And bad turnover. Defender recovers to regain the puck. So Team Holland kills off the penalty, and we continue on. And we get a full chance. And that's another chance for Canada. +2 on this. So it's 7 plus 2 for 9. Raid down the right, cuts inside the defender. Flicked into the far corner for another goal for Team Canada. This one with 2 assists. So Canada gets on the board here in the second period to make it 3-1. And scoring that goal Kevin Primo. All right, so Primo, and the first assist goes to Terry O'Malley. Second assist Ron Davidson. So Primo from O'Malley and Davidson at 83, 2 cards, 323 in the second. And it's 3-1 Canada. And we'll continue on. Full chance. Team Canada again. +2. Rolled a 2. That's a 4. Whoops. Wrong card. Nope. Right card. Break from defense. Cross ice pass into the slot. Good glove save from the snapshot. So good save by Lenson. And it remains 3-1. And we continue on. And this is going to be a home injury. So this is going to be an injury to Team Holland. Roll 1 die. I'll roll the green one. It's a 6. It's to a star player. And it says to add 2 match cards for opponent and record injury. So we got an injury to Holland. And the severity of that injury is a 3. That's a star player injury, and the severity is a 3. So before Holland's next game, they have to roll. Actually, I should have rolled 2 dice for that. It's a 9. That's a bad one. So for Holland, we don't remove any players in this game, but the severity of the injury will have to be checked before Holland's next game, and they have to roll a 9 or better to cure the injury. So what that means in this case is that they lose a match card. Or excuse me, 2 match cards are added to Team Canada, but they're already at the maximum limit of 27. So what we have to do is we have to remove 2 match cards for Holland. So they're going to be short 2 match cards for the rest of the game. Take those out. Actually, they shouldn't go in that pile, because we might have to reuse that. Okay. So there was an injury to Holland, and we continue on. Injury to a star player. And we got another penalty, and that's going to be against Team Holland. So it's 1, 2 to the bottom, and 3. We're almost halfway through the second. And so another Holland penalty. I was recording penalties in the first game, and I really found that it wasn't necessary. So well, I'm not doing it here. Maybe I'll change my mind. But as of right now, I'm not going to record penalties as far as the players that get them. All right, so anyway, so for the next match card, and I got to pause a second. Okay, sorry about that, but we're back, getting ready to have the second power play for Holland. While I was away, I decided, yeah, I probably should record the penalties, and I'll do that now. So I'll have to go back and get a time for the first one for Holland, but the second penalty occurred 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 at 7:21. So it's 7:21 in the second, and it was to Jensen, and that is Jensen. And that's a penalty. All right. So for this next match card, it's going to be a half chance. 2, 3, 4. This will take us halfway through the second. But it's actually going to be a shorthanded chance for Holland. Now, on the shorthanded chance, they do not get the bonus. Okay. And we roll a 4. And on that half chance, feet along the boards, wrist shot from an angle, pad save by Bob Dupuis. And Holland kills off the penalty and actually gets a scoring chance during it. So we continue on here. We're halfway through the second period. Canada leads 3-1. Here's another full chance. And it's going to Canada. +2 on this. 6 + 2 is an 8. Attacker board check, gets the puck across the goal. Clean hit, slap shot into the corner for another goal, and it's 4-1 Canada with 2 assists on this one. So second period, another goal for Canada to make it 4-1, and scoring that goal is Ken Barry for his second. First assist is Terry O'Malley. And second assist is Joe Grant. And the time, (9:09). So at 9:09, got a goal from Barry, from O'Malley and Grant, and it makes it 4-1 Canada. All right, so we continue on. And that's nothing, so we go 1, 2, 3. A little bit of a lull here. Canada leads 4-0. And this is going to be a penalty against Team Canada. And that penalty will be on Don Spring. So this is the second period. 2-minute minor. Spring, and the time of that penalty 12-16. So for this next match card, Team Holland will get a +1 added. And it is another home penalty, or excuse me, another away penalty. So the first one is killed off. And we got another 1, 2, 3. And this time the penalty for Team Canada is on Randy Gregg. And the time of the penalty, 13:25. That's another penalty. All right. So just like before, for this next match card, Team Holland gets an extra +1 to make it a +3. And that is nothing, so we go 1 to the bottom. So Canada kills off the penalty, and we continue on as we're winding down. And it looks like we have an injury to Team Canada now. All right, so we roll 1 die. And it's injury to a minor player, no effect. No effect. All right, so we continue on. We got 2 more cards here, 2 more match cards in the second period. And that's 1, 2, 3. 4s are a lull. Nothing happens on a 4. Final match card of the second period is another 4. 1, 2, 3. And that's it for the second period. So Canada picks up 2 goals in the second period. And after 2 periods, it's Canada 4, Holland nothing. So I need to check to see if we have 12 match cards left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So of course, yes, we do. So I don't need to go back to the old pile. We'll finish the game with what's left here. So we start off the third period. Canada leads 4-1. And we got a full chance right off the bat. And that is going to be Team Holland. 9 + 2 is 11. Defender loses puck on the blue line. Slap shot goes in off the post, and it's a goal. They get that past Dupuis. And it's now 4-2 as Holland scores a goal. And scoring that for Team Holland is Dick Diclo. And that was 2 assists. First assist goes to Rick Van Gogh. And the second assist is Van Gogh also. So it's just 1 assist. So it would be at 1 minute 1:05. Declos from Van Gogh, and it makes the score 4-2 in favor of Canada. All right, continuing on. Early here in the third, we got a half chance. This one's for Team Canada. 9 + 2 is 11. And on the half chance giveaway by the defender, low wrist shot into the corner for another goal, and it's now 5-2 Canada with no assist. This is an unassisted goal. And scoring that on the breakaway Randy Gregg. And the time 3:22. So Greg, unassisted at 3:22, gives Canada a 5-2 lead. And we continue on. Nothing. And this is going to be a penalty to Team Canada. And drawing that penalty is Ken Berry. So in the third period, Canada, Berry. And the time of the penalty was 5:38. All right, so Team Holland is on the power play for the next match card, and they get a half chance. But it's Canada going the short way. And roll a 9. Two-man raid into the blue zone. This is shorthanded. Shot hits the post. Goalie knocks the puck away. We're back to the rebound chart. Roll a 5. Snapshot pad save. Rebound chart 2. And a 7. Garbage goal, it says. So a shorthanded goal for Team Canada makes it 6-2. And scoring that shorthanded goal, Dave Hindmarch. So here in the third, Canada, Hindmarch. And that's shorthanded. 2 assists on this one. Kevin Maxwell. And Dan DLVs. I'm probably pronouncing that wrong. DLVs. And the time of that shorthanded goal, time of that goal, .731 in the third. All right, so Hindmarsh from Maxwell and DLV at 7:31. That's a shorthanded goal, and that makes it 6-2. And we continue on here in the third period, and we got another full chance. This time it's Team Holland. Roll a 7 plus 2 for a 9. Breakaway. Slid under the goalie, so they beat Dupuis, and they get another goal to make it 5-3. No assist on this one. Now that's kind of weird. It's a breakaway. I guess it's a one-man breakaway. Those can happen. And scoring this goal for Holland is Jack DeHeer. And no assist. The time of the goal, .954. So we're halfway through the third period, and it's Canada 6-3. And And it's nothing, so we just put a card down. That's also nothing. One to the bottom, one down. Bit of a lull here. Quite a lull. There's only 2 match cards left. Whoops. One to the bottom and one down. It's just the way the game does a little bit more randomization of these cards. It's probably not necessary. So for the final match card, we're going to have a full chance. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the bottom. And it will be Team Canada on the final match card. It's a full chance. Roll a 12, plus 2 is a 14. It's going to be another goal. Clash against the backboards, wrap around, bounce off the back. Goalie's pad, snapshot. Goalie saves again, rebound. So we got to go to the rebound chart here at the end. And we roll a 10. Slap shot from the slot is a goal and 1 assist. All right, so to wind things down here at the end, Canada's going to score another goal to make it 7-3. And scoring that goal is John Devaney. And the assist will go to Kevin Primo. So Devaney from Primo at $19.06. And that makes it 7-3. So Canada in the third period scores 3 times. And we get one from Holland. I missed one from Holland in the second period. And we get one from Holland. So the final score is 7-3. Favor of Team Canada. This was a red division game, so we're, early on here we're in the round robin portion of the tournament before you get to the medal round. So I know it was a little bit clunky because it's been a while since I played it, but if you hung out with me, I appreciate it, and I'll be back again in the near future with another video, and until then, take care.